Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys, I'm back. Early today because I had an incredibly awful night's sleep and I'm going to be going to bed early, and while I still have the energy, I want to stream. It is ass-bakingly hot here today. Talk to the adventure aide ZK in Rata Zoom. Search in Rata Nova. So research. Is that actually the next bit of story? It is. Okay. All right then. We'll do that. Hey, Vorp. Back to Rata Novus. Via Ratasum. Got it. It all becomes clear. Living World Season 3, ladies and gentlemen. Living World Season 3.
We'll never get recruits. These dust bunnies have no interest in gut-wrenching.
You are recognized, Caraxes Scriptbane. Please proceed through the gate here. Where does it go? I am not authorized to answer that question aloud, and I do not have telepathic abilities yet. Please proceed. Your safety is relatively assured.
You'd rather live among humans? What?
Bloop. Off we go. Portals make that sound. They go bloop. You may not be aware of that.
1 second, please.
Security breach detected.
Gullum, what are you doing?
Responding with full force.
No, this is not happening. Stop.
I'm pretty sure it is happening.
Cease. Desist.
Unidentified intruder does not fulfill height requirements.
Does not fulfill height requirements. I like that. Thank you, Ritlock.
Oh, my poor baby. It'll take me months to repair you now.
Nice golem you got there. Too bad that somebody had to break it. I mean,
Timey! Oh, sorry about that.
no, I'm not. I'm not sorry about it at all.
Don't worry about it. All this crunchy old tech's been overstimulated by the influx of magic. Glad you're here.
Yeah, I got your letter.
Funny, I also sent one to this guy, but he barely made it.
Your note failed to mention how to navigate this Asuran playground.
He got lost trying to find the lab. I had to follow the non-stop stream of char expletives to track him down.
City of the future, my tail.
It's good to see you. I was so happy when I saw your mission was a success. But then I heard about Marshal Traherne.
He saved us all. His sacrifice won't soon be forgotten.
Marshall who?
But there's good news too. Ritlock says we're starting a new guild. So exciting!
Glad you're on board.
Of course you are! Someone has to be
How
the
did
brains.
this all end up in there?
Kidding. In all seriousness though, I suspect some of the things I'm working on in this place will come in very handy.
How have you been doing here?
Great, it's fantastic. Well, it was before every Asura and their grand mentor showed
Power
up.
flow at 30%.
At least you have a lot of hands to pitch in at the Dragon Lab.
What do you mean, Commander? I've never heard of this room you describe. Keep it down about the Dragon Lab. I don't want anyone finding out about it. Especially...
Hello, progeny.
Flunt.
Counselor Flunt, how lovely to see you. I'm so pleased you didn't end up on a Chalk's breakfast menu this morning.
You can stow the dim insults. They'll never be clever enough to wound me. Now, have there been any new developments today?
Those two dives
Why,
are going to
none
go
that I can
off
think
to
of.
my ult.
Allow me to warn you about keeping secrets from me, progeny. My wrath is as fierce as my intellect.
Oh, that sounds terrifying. I
Yes,
wouldn't
she's
dream of hiding something from
clearly
you,
scared.
Counselor.
Is this where we fight the hologram?
Totally hiding something from him.
Yeah, we know.
Let's head there now, but not the way you know. We're going through the gate. I've configured it to appear as if we're going to the command center, but we're really going to you-know-where. Except there's a catch. You have to outsmart the security measures.
You're joking, right?
Not this time. Give it a shot and I'll observe. See if you can crack the code.
Yes,
I'll
this
give you a hint.
being done.
Do exactly
For
as
what
you're told.
reason exactly, Timmy? I will attempt to solve the puzzle.
Unidentified user. Security measures activated.
Okay. Yellow, pinkle, red.
Enter passcode. Phase 1 of 5 complete.
5?
Phase 2 commencing now.
Oh, God, you gotta be kidding me. Red, yellow, purple.
Enter passcode. Phase 2 complete.
Yellow, red, blue, purple.
Enter passcode.
Yellow, red, blue, purple.
Phase 3 complete.
Purple, blue, yellow, red.
Enter passcode. Phase 4 complete.
Green, blue, red, purple, yellow.
Enter passcode.
Green, blue, red, purple, yellow. At least I made the last one. Right to left.
Final phase complete. Passcode accepted. Gate relay 0.
I must have done it correctly the first time I did this quest, as I didn't get an achieve.
That's
I
our
assume
cue.
there's an
You cracked the
achieve for
code.
that.
Let's go.
Research in Ratanovus. Honey, I'm home.
Sorry to put you through that. I need to keep people who may or may not be named Flunt out of here.
Yeah, that still doesn't answer why you needed me to do that. Other than a dev wanted me to have to do
Yes,
that.
this is a replica of the ley line energy map we found outside of Tarir. I've been tracking the movement of magic since Mordremoth's death. It's been in total chaotic flux. Here, there, everywhere. See, that dot is the egg chamber. It lit up like a Lunar New Year
Yeah,
firework
which dot,
after
though?
the dragon went bye-bye.
We have a lot of
But
dots.
as you can see here, the egg's doing great.
What are we looking at? A feed of the egg chamber?
Yeah, the Exalted and the Ratanovans shared a ton of information. They must have helped them design their security system.
And then you broke into it?
No, I utilized it to check on the egg.
So you broke into it?
Hey, we're all friends, right? I don't think they'd mind. Maybe just don't mention it around any floaty gold people.
Do you have access to surveillance all over Tarir?
Back to the leyline map.
That
So
was a
this
yes.
other point is... Huh, that's new. The northern bloodstone dot is flaring up. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
The spot where Mordremoth died looks like it's cooling down a little.
Yeah, a lot of that energy's been put back into the system. I'm trying to model its patterns, but this map isn't built for detailed readings. Yet. In the meantime, look at this.
I do like the glowy blue dragon head logo on the door. Really secretive.
What
you know?
is it?
Not to toot my own warbler or anything, but I killed a chalk or two in my time alone here. Since the others don't know about this place, I couldn't ask to have defenses installed. So they pop up every once in a while when the lab's drawing a lot of power.
Like those?
Exactly. Get 'em.
Sound makes my teeth ache. Timmy, you gotta stop eating cookies in your lab.
I think they smell the organ I harvested. Might be one of their kin.
We're incoming. It ain't nap time yet.
Big one. Fortunately, I'm a very, very deadly person.
Way to exterminate. Don't worry about their goo. I'll clean that up later. Anyway, this thing is some sort of organ I found in one of the larger ones. It's part of their digestive system, and as you know, they feed on ley energy, so it got me curious.
Any valuable findings yet?
None I can explain right now. I ran some ley energy through it, and it came out different on the other side.
Different?
I'm not really sure how just yet. It was barely measurable with the equipment I have. I need to develop some other device to actually observe the phenomenon.
What's that sludge you're keeping it in?
Blighting pod fluid. Remember that stuff? It has wonderful preservative and even restorative properties.
Fluid? From the blighting pods? The things that made horrible mortem abominations
A little,
out of corpses?
yeah.
So you do remember it?
Timey, do you think maybe that might be a bad idea?
She doesn't
You
care
worry
because
too
she's
much.
the smartest
In research,
idiot on the
there's
planet.
No reward without risk. And if I'm gonna stay one step ahead of everyone outside this lab, I have to take a lot of risks. But one thing I can't risk is staying away from the main lab too long. It arouses suspicion. Let's go.
Uh-huh. Optional. Curious. Explore the upper
I got your back.
platform.
You
floor.
first.
Well, I will explore the upper platform before I leave, then, won't I? As we have the glowing, oh so subtle, totally not anything behind this door emblem of a dragon. Eavesdropping device activated. Touch each time you want to hear a short snippet from the other room. Eavesdrop on a line with each touch of the console.
Don't worry about Timey beating us to it. Flunt assures me he has her under his thumb.
Yeah.
From what I heard, Timey has an advantage. I'd excel if I had Zojak and that crew.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see where Timey and that odd crew of hers went?
Mm-hmm.
The humans are all abuzz about some group called the White Mantle. They're so short-sighted.
I didn't capture it all, but I got some of the data in their crew notes. I have another chart here. That's remarkable in one day. How good. I'm going to sneak a look at Timey's equipment. Watch my back.
They're a lovely bunch of people.
Stuck out here without her golem? I don't know how she does it.
Good evening. Jukebox, how you doing?
Timey? Yeah, cute as a bug. If my son were here, I'd introduce them. Imagine the progeny.
The leader of the Vigil? Oh my, she's quite impressive.
Don't tell him, but I secretly call him Blunt, because he is. Timey got a raw deal on that waypoint device.
Sure did, but Flunt's a jerk.
I heard Zosha scrambled, drooling. Explains why Timey's out here on her own.
All right, we listened to all of the gossipy Asura. There were many. Return to the lab. And see what's on the slab.
Stand down. It's just Timey's friends again.
Anyone? Were they wrong?
Hi, Almora. How you doing?
General Soulkeeper, this is quite a surprise. What brings you to Rada Novus?
You do, Commander. I've come here to offer you a new position within the Pact. The marshal rank is, vacant. And we want you to fill it.
What are the benefits, the perks?
This is an honor.
I'm glad you view it in that light. The Pact is hanging on by a thread.
I see.
I can tell you're having your doubts, so let me just be upfront about the role. Certain Pact elements feel like Marshal Traherne's mistake was going out into the field and getting himself killed. The new Marshal would be planted safely in an office in Lion's Arch, still leading the troops, but
That's
out of
not
harm's
really
way.
leading.
As flattered as I am by your offer, I'm going to have to respectfully decline, General. After our Morgemoth battle, I believe I, Ridlock, and the others would be more effective operating as our own guild.
I understand the decision on your early retirement, although I'm disappointed. I still believe in the Pact's goal.
As do I.
I do too.
See?
And
See?
I'll always be ready to lend a hand. It'll just be outside the system.
Out from under a mountain of paperwork, you mean?
There are a whole bunch of peacemaker
Laugh it
guards.
up, No Eyes.
Walking.
I have something for you, too. A letter from the Black Citadel. You must have really brushed some higher-ups the wrong way.
Are you sure you want to just crumple that up and throw it away?
Why not?
Yes, Mr.
That's what I did
Brimstone
with the last
is in
two.
trouble.
What did I hear? You're not in the pact anymore? Wait, what do I call you? Poobah?
Yes.
No.
Poobah
How
is
about
exactly
we just
correct.
stick with Commander for now?
Technically, it's a title for life, so you're welcome to it.
Grand Poobah would be a little more accurate.
What was that?
I heard no alarm.
Sound good.
Quick, let's go see what's happening.
Bong. Apparently I have to investigate. Of course I do. Of course I do. Imagine if everyone in the game just started calling you Poobah instead of Commander. I'd be totally fine with that. Potentate, also acceptable. If we're using P words.
Counselors! Run! It's a crazy Silvari!
Please, get the dragon man away from me!
Is that another one of your friends?
Canuck.
What happened?
I came in through the caves because I couldn't find the gate. I wasn't expecting such an enthusiastic welcome.
Did you see that? Flood was so mad, even his fleas jumped ship.
I was
Canuck, you're my
the
hero.
puissant purple potentate of the
surprise
Flying
visit?
Green Slime Brigade of Quar.
I'm here answering the call.
But
D&D
Morgemoth's
stuff.
dead. We
Long
killed
ago.
Oh, it's not the Drungle Dragon's call. This time it's Anise's.
Even worse.
Still holds your billet, huh?
She does. But certain messy events have transpired, and I'm assured that if I clean them up, my billet will be released, and I'll once again be free from any yoke.
How can I help?
Minister Codicus recently left the Queen's protective custody.
Codicus
Anise
and
sent
his
me
evil
a squad
beard.
of Shining Blade to help the good minister find his way back to Divinity's Reach.
Any idea on his whereabouts?
There's been a flare-up of White Mantle activity in northern Maguma, and intel points to him possibly heading there.
That's the crazy magical hotspot we saw up by the Bloodstone.
I thought the minister claimed to not be in bed with those Mersat lovers.
Well, yeah.
Didn't we all?
Ritlock, get word to the others. Marjorie might be getting a little restless in Divinity's Reach and want in on the action.
Commander, if you like, you can hitch a ride on my airship. It's on our way. We can drop you off.
Now that's an offer I can't turn down, General.
Perfect. I'll grab my Shining Blade detachment and meet you there.
Optional. Curious. Ask Canuck. Where... More questions. What a day, huh? Oh, it's just gonna be text. I was hoping for more Canuck voicey stuff. Fine, fine, fine. When you're ready with the transport, yeah.
Let's
go.
get underway.
Let's go, Almora. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna have a little issue here. A minor little problem. If we're just floating along, singing a song.
Commander's destination ahead. Looks like we're in for quite a ride.
We're not flying into that scramble, are we?
By gods, grow a backbone. Scared of a little weather?
Scared of cleaning up a little puke off your decks? Yeah, that's just a little weather. It's nothing, really. Yeah, no problem at all.
All hands, full reverse.
This is fine. This is fine. Well, first it was blowing, and now it's sucking. That sounds like a busy weekend.
On your feet. We survived. Somehow.
Silently. There was no noise. No earth-shattering kaboom.
No way to know, but it doesn't matter.
You can never have too much treasure.
You can never have too much treasure.
Aye, aye. Throw it up.
Aye, aye, Chief. I'm telling you, it was the biggest wrench I ever saw.
Maybe it was an Etton's wrench. Or Jotun's.
Dunno. I never felt so insecure in all my life.
Near a vendor. This, I think there's a vendor on this here boat that I can sell crap to. And potentially buy crap from.
Expire here.
There was much rejoicing.
Report in. Bridge holding steady.
Let's see. While gliding, a couple additional skills. Some skills I have not purchased for gliding while only in this map. I think. Might be one other map. The portal scroll. Bloodstone crystal. That would be half of my unbound magic, and 50 gold. I'm going to say that's probably a no.
Nav, control our facing.
The Justicer looks blue. How about the mini jade construct? It's not very interesting looking either. Maybe it's just because I'm so large.
Our
Almora?
forward propulsion shorted out. What was that?
That was an earth-shattering kaboom.
I think. It's hard for me to actually say, but I think a bloodstone just exploded.
A bloodstone? Then how are we still alive?
Good question.
Somebody activated
but
the
others
magic
might
suck.
not have been so lucky. I'm going down to scout for survivors, see if I can piece together what happened and why the blast reversed itself.
Watch your back and let me know what you find out. We'll try to get this bird running again.
It's not a bird. Birds have
Tanaka was
wings.
supposed to meet me here. Hope he and his troops were out of range.
Investigate the large chunk, or chunks. Scout the floating citadel and reach the arena. Investigate the large chunk of bloodstone below.
Focus, crew. Your entire world is repairs and nothing else.
Yay, give me some unbound magic. Who doesn't like unbound magic? Alright, let's see, where are we supposed to go? Multiple different places. Alright, that's the arena, where we end up having to have a big fight. I think that's the last bit of this particular chapter of the story.
Whoa. The blast released spirits. They may be sacrificial victims of the White Mantle. My ancestors reviled those evil badgers.
Timmy's never sounded more...
They tried to exterminate my ancestors, but tortured their own people as well. These spirits were twisted by what they went through.
Another one down here.
A large chunk of the bloodstone still intact. And these foul things. This bloodstone must have been larger than anyone imagined. What could have caused it to explode?
Fairly deadly.
Explodey things make things explode. You can quote me on that. That's just simple science, really. Yes, let us not mock the old man and his penchant for ancient wood. And he needs mithril. Because he's burning through it. At a prodigious pace. That means fast. Bag of loot? Somebody has been fighting a,
White mantle. But they're different. The magic is mine.
the equivalent of a treasure gobby.
Be ready to run.
Treasure scrit? I get rid of everything? No, there's... Oh, we got nothing to do with it. Freaking legendary mob, thank you. Fortunately, we can escape. And all we wanted to do was, like, get the greeny, glowy star spot thing. That's
members
all.
of the Pact.
Bloodstones! Slit your throat!
Commander, are you still alive?
They've been consumed by bloodstone magic. They deserve a better fate.
Do they really? Do we know them well enough to say that they didn't deserve that fate? If you believe in karma, they definitionally did. Ascended items. Keep that in mind for later. Other characters. As theoretically I have enough for a couple of items.
Okay, I'm panicking. I admit it. This is a disaster.
Keep it together, soldier.
Nothing helped.
No worse than what we've seen before.
How about
I've never seen an explosion collapse on itself like that.
What are we going
Magic
to do?
was inches from my face, and then it suddenly shot into the ground. You think a dragon was responsible?
I'm not sure yet. That's what I'm here to investigate. I want to get into that crater and find out why the blast reversed, and where the magic went.
Where the magic went.
Easier said than done. The area is swarming with White Mantle. We sent a patrol, but only one soldier made it back, and she's, not well.
Nah.
What's wrong with her?
Most of us are not well.
She was hit with magic unlike any we've seen. On the outside, she's fine.
It turned her into a newt.
Twisted her inside something fierce.
She got better.
She can barely move. She's been raving about floating purple stone monsters ever since she got back.
Stone creatures? That rings a White Mantle bell. Can you reach the Priory and see what they know about them?
Sure thing, Commander.
Have you seen Canuck?
Who?
Good question.
He's a Sylvari. Tough, but well-spoken. Medium build, a bit cranky.
Can't say that I have. But I did see Kaith run through here like a centaur on fire. She wouldn't stop for anything. Just hauled tail through the war zone and was gone like that.
Thank you. I'll let the General know you're down here.
Far-flung. We should probably call for
Next up,
backup.
share your findings with General Sophie.
Is
she back up on the boat?
Bennett will figure something out. We just need to follow his lead.
Is she back up on the boat? Fortunate the boat had a waypoint. That's some good forethought. No more.
Is it as bad as it looks down there?
It's not good. White Mantle hid in the blast are mad with hunger for magical energy. They gather any scrap they can find.
The White Mantle? Could they have done this? And to what end?
Pardon the yawn.
I don't know.
Probably be doing
Maybe
that a
it was an
lot.
experiment
Had a
gone
terrible
wrong.
night's sleep.
Maybe it was supposed to empower all
Well,
of
I
them
had the
and it went
energy.
awry.
Why I started the stream.
Whoever
early.
it was, we owe them our gratitude. That blast would have hit Lion's Arch, and they just rebuilt the place.
I'd hold off on the thanks until we know what their motive is. There's a packed squad down there. They've already established a camp and are trying to get a foothold in the area.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, it's not all good news. Some other Pact members were also caught in the blast.
Just what the Pact didn't need. More dead soldiers.
They're not dead, but they've been twisted by bloodstone magic, just like the White Mantle.
They don't deserve that. They deserve peace.
I understand. I'd want the same if the roles were reversed.
Thank you, Commander.
Sure.
Continue investigation.
2,500 more karma.
Report in. Bridge holding steady.
Hold repairs underway.
Bridge holding steady? This is a strange time for playing cards.
Stern repairs progressing.
I expect us to expire.
It's a bridge joke. Not a good one, but, well, you know. Next up, learn more about the White Mantle activity in the area. Move to the bow of the airship for better reception to receive Timmy's message. Oh, do I have to?
Yes, sir. Keep her steady. The repairs.
Cell coverage is better at the front of the boat.
Come in. Can you read me, Commander?
Loud and clear, Timmy.
Finally. There's been tons of magical interference. Been difficult to get a clean line to you. Okay, I've been going over
Well, there was a whole
data
big
coming in from the
explosion.
blast area, and
See, I told you
one
about the
thing
yawns.
stands out.
Lots of yawns tonight.
The people who were within the blast radius who, survived, they need to consume the magic to live, but the magic's also driving them more and more insane.
I hate it when that
must be
happens.
why I've seen them snatching up bloodstone shards.
Sucking on them like
And they
lifesavers.
have to have a way to harvest the magic inside. Yeah, I wonder how.
I'll track down where they're taking the shards for harvest and see what they're using. Commander, over.
Did you mean Commander out? It's okay. Communicator protocol takes a little getting used to. Timey out.
Find out what the White Mantle are doing with the Bloodstone fragment.
Been messing with energies they had no business touching.
Uboiman is my best guess for how that's pronounced. You get my spiel. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Welcome. Ooh, let's grab a fist if we can. You know, other than being set on fire. Yay, got it. How big of a map is it? How about if I hit the button? It's a very small map. I doubt it rewards even a shot at a key. So I won't go chasing one. Where were we headed? Were we headed south? No, not south. Where were we headed? South. No, just east. We're headed east. That way is east. Oh, what sights you shall see. Veteran White Mantle Cleric. I doubt he's actually just a veteran. He's probably bigger and uglier, but I have to kill him, so... Guess what that means, Veteran White Mantle Cleric?
Feel my wrath. Stand your ground. Come in, Timmy. I've liberated the artifact.
Only thing to do now is try it out. You should be able to harvest bloodstone nodes and fragments scattered by the blast.
Alright, another one done. I've fallen fast so far today. One, two, three, four, five.
This is most remarkable.
Another box. Oh, I didn't accept. I should probably try to accept when it has a box that I can accept. Unstable hide and unstable rag.
This
Who are you calling unstable? Speak with squad leader Bennett to continue your investigation. That was the guy over here. Can I get an ups? Ups, please. Ups me. Thank you. I wanted to get the mithril over here. As I've said recently, I've just been burning through so much. Generally, I have historically preferred to be self-sufficient when it comes to these sorts of things. But when you've got to make 700 mithril earrings, you're going to have to buy some mithril. I got 5 out of 4 on the dailies. My math is telling me that doesn't sound quite right. Down, 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 down. Hi.
Bennett, any update on the creature that hospitalized your scout?
We finally got a message from Priory headquarters. Hard to get a pigeon to fly through a magical storm in one piece. The description of these stone men matched an ancient weapon the Mersat and White Mantle used before the Crichton Civil War. They're called Jade Constructs. They were the Mersat's primary martial units.
Floating constructs. That sounds similar to the Exalted.
Not really.
That's because they're using ancient magic from a similar origin. Or at least that's my current theory, Poobah.
Did your backpack just call you Poobah, Commander?
It's my actual middle name.
Go on, Tiny.
There was a time way back when the Seers and the Mersat shared a lot of info. Why do you think they're all so floaty?
So is there anything that'll keep me alive in a fight against these jade things?
Remember that magical protection I told you about? That should work against Jade Constructs, too. It was based on Seer research that Zinn, the founder of Rada Novus, performed during the Crichton Civil War. I highly suggest mastering it before you get in a smashy scenario with one of those Jade brutes. Good luck, time me out!
I've got a feeling the damage is far-flung. We should probably call for backup.
I don't know if there's backup available. We're probably on our own.
Bennett will figure something out.
Let's see, I wanted
Just
to
need to
check
follow his
and
lead.
see Seasons of the Dragons. We are in Bloodstone Fen. I got all of them done, so. After that, we go to Ember Bay, 8 out of 8. And Bitterfrost Frontier, 8 out of 8. Was it necessary to get them all? To get all of the things? Maybe? 8 out of 9. Yeah, it looks like it. So we're going to need Revenge of the High Sage. The Harathi High Sage. Yeah, a couple times I've gone looking for him. But the objective here is to finish off the Seasons of the Dragons and get that delicious legendary amulet. Alright, where are we off to now? The big, deep, freaking canyon. Crater. Crater canyon thing. It's a crater. The Splody Canyon crater thing. A scrap of paper. Ooh. 2 Chivo points. Best scrap of paper I ever done picked up, yo. I was briefly catching a ride there. Now I'm catching a ride again. Where are we headed? Down, 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 down. Okay, I didn't fly through that. That actually spawned on top of me. That's not fair. The Bloodstone Maw discovered. I wonder if the bloodstone paws around as well. Down, down. Ooh. Delicious. And nutritious unbound magic. No. All right. I am very, very glad that they put in the F key while flying to disable the ley line gliding. That's 2 more. But I had just disabled that. Is that an updraft? I must have caught an updraft. Oh, I'm gliding now. I just really, 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 really wish they would do the same thing for wall hugging and updrafts that they've done for ley line. Really a lot. Really, really a lot. Then the mount would be perfect. Because right now, the number of times I'm flying past something, but the algorithm doesn't think I'm actually flying past it and makes me hang on to it when I didn't want to be hanging on to it. And I really didn't think I was that close to being able to hang on to it, but I'm suddenly clinging to it. Please, Arena, just two more buttons. F2 and F3, one to disable the updrafts, and the other to disable wall clinging behavior. Make them toggles, like you did here. It's the perfect answer. Please, oh please, oh please. Also, please. And please. A shadow's deeds.
It looks like there are magical scorch marks leading this way.
Oh, somebody didn't wipe sufficiently if they've got magical scorch marks. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
I'm evolving.
I feel strong.
Sometimes, one of these days I'll learn to keep my mouth shut. Spoiler, he won't. Actually, that's not going to happen. Ever. Well, oh, no flying? We are in a no flying zone, evidently. But we can glide. I hope.
Who's there?
No, Kaith.
It's me, Commander.
Kaith. Bennett said he saw you.
Are you...
Trying to figure out why the explosion reversed itself and the trail led me here.
In other words, why it went from blow to suck.
Could these have been made by a torrent of magic?
Possibly. You think something or someone was behind this? Or was it a natural disaster?
Seems like an awfully odd natural disaster. You saw what happened, right?
I've recently learned to not always rely on my senses. They can betray you.
This pedestal seems to be the nexus of it all. Let's look around and see if...
Tremor!
Incoming!
Did you see that?
That bloodstone explosion seemed to trigger some sort of magical echo.
Echo.
I couldn't really tell what was happening.
Let's find some more bloodstone and see if we can recreate it. Get a clear
Yes, let's cause some more explosions in the place that
blew up. This
blew
could give us an
up.
insight on why the blast reversed itself.
Chauncey, looking debonair as always. There's Chauncey. I doubt I would ever look that good in a bowler, you know. What am I supposed to be looking for here? Empowered bloodstones. Whoop. Wasn't trying to exit quite that quickly, but sure, that worked.
Just a bunch of weapons.
You sure about that? Because they're glowing.
They're ley-infused weapons. So, they're from Hawaii?
Kill them all! I feel strong.
What the hell was that? All of a sudden,
unexpected.
Goddamn thing had flicker strike.
I told you so.
That's a
How did you end
PoE
up down
reference.
here?
I was returning from the Grove when I saw the explosion on the horizon. I wasn't going to leave it uninvestigated.
Good work getting this deep into the crater. Must have been moving like a shadow out
What, do we have to take them there one at a time?
That's what I do.
Up. Oh, we got an updraft over there. Nope, that's not it. That's not quite going to work. How about the updraft over here, please? Thank you. Now the green circles are back. Why did they go away?
Keith, over here.
Bloodstone Elemental Mauler. Gonna blow up. Little volatile bloodstone elemental. Kaboom. Earth-shattering kaboom!
Some bloodstone pieces next to this staircase. Guess this is how someone would get down here to do whatever it is our test hopefully reveals.
I guess I really wanted it to be a natural disaster. Didn't want to think about someone tinkering with so much power.
Well, you're kind of the natural disaster.
What was your business in the Grove?
I was visiting the Pale Tree.
How is she after Mordremoth's death?
Ailing, but recovering. Although not well enough to give me the guidance I needed.
Sorry to hear that.
How come we only have half of the green
Back
bar
to the
filled?
task at hand.
We have
Those
any more?
explosions exposed some more bloodstones.
Okay, we've got more now. All right. Why can't Keith pick it up?
Bloodstone under this table.
A veteran anomaly.
Feel my wrath.
Pretty wrathy, isn't it, my wrath? Not everyone's got wrathy wrath quite as much as I do.
I feel strong. Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
You know, being stuck under that thing is kind of not actually entertaining gameplay-wise. else gone? Supposed to be something over here. Yes, there is something. Oh. Piece of paper, barely touched by the destruction. Looks as if someone was taking notes during a conversation or translating a coded message. Trial number 33, complete failure. Received orders to increase output. Results demanded sooner. What? Or else. The rumbling of dissent in our ranks is unacceptable for research progress, being pulled in two directions. I want to stay the course and not listen to this new shady influence behind the curtain. Who is the Justiciar? Justiciar, I think. There's also Justicar, which is a different word. It's complicated. Justiciar. It's like Worcestershire. Getting his orders from anyway. My loyalty is a liability here now. Perhaps I should flee before the rift becomes inescapable. I hate to leave my white mantle brothers and sisters, but I'll not follow someone who won't reveal themselves while issuing threats so liberally.
It's a note. Must have survived in this chest.
What's it say?
It was the White Mantle, all right. Apparently, they've been prodding the Bloodstone for some time now. But it also hints at some sort of splintering within their group and a divisive leader. Must be Codicus.
The Legate Minister? I should stop by Divinity's Reach more often. I'm out of the loop.
Okay, that was what I had just opened. And there was nothing there to open anyway, so...
Some more Bloodstone here. Can't believe this operation was happening under our noses this whole time.
I can't pick it up, even though it was here.
What is that?
Veteran Jade Armor. What it is.
You lose.
That was bullshit.
Refreshing.
I cannot understand. I can't stand when you've got broken floor like this, and you're trying to move across it, but it doesn't. You don't automatically move. You have to jump over basically a speed bump in the floor. Ha! Victory cheer! Rawr! And stuff. Alright, we got all the bloodstone we need. See, little stuff like that. Oh, and now we've got some light now.
Commander, before we go any further, I want to clear
Shut
the air
up, Kaith.
Here?
Can't you see we're under
Why would I
attack?
expect any different? Your timing has always been perfect.
See, that's why I have to speak now. I know you're still upset with me, and you have every right to be. I can't take back what happened, but I can tell you I know what I did was wrong, and I'm sorry. My wild hunt, Mortimer's voice, they were tearing at each other.
Yeah, blah, 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 your wild
which was
hunt.
which. I was very confused, and I felt like the only person I could trust was me.
That's the very time you should have leaned on your friends.
Don't you see? I didn't know who my friends were. Enemies, friends, even Fowlin. It was all grey.
I wish I would have trusted you, but I didn't. And now that's in the past. All I can do is hope you'll forgive me in the future.
Nope.
Keith.
Not gonna happen.
You don't have to respond now. I want you to think about it, so your decision is considered.
Okay, well, let's see if our little experiment...
Yeah, maybe it'll just kill us and then we won't have to continue this painful conversation. Or, ideally,
Ready?
kill Kaith.
I'll take care of releasing their magic.
Kaith?
Then what?
Then we cross our fingers that we jumpstart the magic echo and don't blow ourselves to smithereens.
Smithereens? An excellent band. Blood and Roses. This song of theirs I remember first hearing. Buying the album. That's somebody sucking in all the magic. So presumably they set off the kaboom and then they did the magic suck.
What happened?
Where you were standing, there was only a brilliant light devouring magic.
Man-shaped.
And some people behind the light didn't look so lucky. These silhouettes.
Oh.
Must have been vaporized by the blast.
The Hiroshima treatment.
Who would have done this purposefully?
Someone who just absorbed the lion's share of a bloodstone's worth of magic.
At
Could have
Hiroshima,
been Codicus.
there were
I
figures
have to find Canuck
like
and warn
this,
him,
shadows
if he's
burned
still
onto some of
alive.
the walls from the flash.
Commander!
Speak with the
Are
shining
you up
blade
there?
soldier.
Sounds like someone's looking for you.
Yes, yes, I am down up here. Paratrooper. I didn't realize we had paratroopers.
Commander, Canuck ordered us to find you. Minister Codicus is in the area.
He's alive. I need to tell him about what we just witnessed. Point me in the right direction. Keith?
You know what? I think I'll stay a moment. Maybe poke around.
Imagine my
Are you
surprise.
sure? Will you be okay?
It's fine, Commander. Remember? I'm a shadow.
I've attained the awesome.
I've attained the awesome, guys. And got 2 more achievement points. I think I'm getting pretty close to my next. Yes, we need another 136 points to get to 19.5. 500 after that, 20k. I'll be so proud. What do we get? What do we get? We got those. Wow, lots of entries. I can always look those up later if I want to. I will get rid of those shortly because, ooh, another die. Common. Pastel honey. Not great color for armor, gotta say. This goes off to the alt account first. Let's go ahead and exit. Exit stage left. Where are we off to next? Codicus must be here somewhere. I suspect he's the culprit behind the Bloodstone explosion. I need to warn Canuck and bring the Minister to Justice. Travel to the White Mantle Coliseum. Up a level. And up a level. I think this is the fighty bit. It looks like it. This, if it's the instance I think it is, pretty sure it is, this caused me to rage quit the game for months. The first time I did it. Then I came back and had the Codicus fight at the end of Living World Season 3, and that almost did it again. When I've talked about instances where they don't give you enough information, where you've got to look it up on the wiki to see what it is you're supposed to be doing. Those kinds. In fact, bear with me for a second. I'm going to spoilerize it because it's frustration if I don't. So why frustrate myself further? Dialogue, you'll be attacked by White Mantle. After these, go through the gate. Easy to miss a small green star in the archway. Same platform where the ambush took place. Doesn't show up on the minimap. Mission instructions, simply look for Codicus. After much gliding in the zone, you may think you need to glide around, but no, you'll be killed if you attempt this. Once through the gate, make sure to dodge across the floor traps. That I do remember. Encounter bloodstone shards that attempt to drain your energy. Use counter magic to negate the attack. Next, you'll fight veteran bloodstone elementals with a red shield that makes them invulnerable. Remove it. Approach a bloodstone shard until it starts its energy drain, then use counter magic skill, but don't destroy the bloodstone shard. Instead, walk around the elemental so the path of energy, the draining beam, hits the elemental, draining its shield. See what I mean about mechanics where they don't actually tell you what you're supposed to be doing? That kind of stuff. Once you overhear some White Mantle voices, you'll be fighting Justiciar, there we go, Justiciar, Adrienne. Other enemies keep spawning as long as she's alive, so just leave them to Marjorie, Ritlock, and Canuck. Shield is invulnerable until her shield is removed. Remove it. Approach and attack the bloodstone shard in the center of the room until it fires a beam at you. Use the counter magic skill to enable you to move normally, and then move toward the outside of the room so that she's caught in the beam. Remove her shield, knock her down, deal as much damage as you can, repeat. Yeah. Alright. The odds, I will swear, probably right now, the odds that I swear are probably minus 100. So you'd have to bet 200 to get 100 back. The odds are that I will swear. I received 2 mails. Memorial for Traherne and the Daily Gathering Yield.
You can never have too much treasure.
Because you can never have too much treasure. Alright, hi Canuck. Marjorie.
Canuck, glad to see you're alive. I was afraid you'd been caught in the blast.
We almost were, but then, not.
Me too. Your troops?
Some of them are still looking for you, and the rest are forming a perimeter around this place. I wanted to deal with the Minister privately. I really only need you there to corroborate events, should they go south. Plus, I ran into these 2 delinquents and figured Dragon's Watch could certainly handle it.
Marjorie, Ritlock. Showed up just in time to help us track down Codicus.
It was
And
all
his
anyone
beard.
could talk about in Divinity's Reach. Canuck, you're here under the orders
Countess
of...
Anise is very concerned about Codicus's well-being. I'm to return him home, unless the innocent until proven guilty minister does something to change those plans.
She must be very hopeful your plans change.
I was instructed to be tight-lipped about it. But I will say this. Yes.
Yep.
Before we find him, Codicus may have been the someone who consumed the Bloodstone's magic. If it's true, he may be a little stronger than we all remember.
If he did, we can't just let him loose on Kryta. Or maybe all of Tyria is his prize this time.
I only want to be off Anise's leash. Saving the world would just be a corollary benefit.
For Kryta!
We have company.
No one crosses the White Mantle.
I'll surely succeed where others failed.
Broken floors like this are just anathema to fun gameplay. Getting caught on stuff on the floor is never going to ever be fun, guys. Of course, I'm almost done here, so these things, jeez, are doing enough damage to me on their own. Yep, I could see that was coming. What the hell is hitting me so goddamn hard?
Repression.
Are we done? No, I didn't think so.
These White Mantle guards aren't affected by the Bloodstone like the others I fought.
Oh.
They must have
Two
arrived
more
after
quick
the
dailies,
explosion.
defeating 5 veterans and
Then they
performing 3
came with
combo
Codicus.
skills. All right.
We're close.
Knock, knock. That is a White Mantle imagery, for sure. There are little holes on the ground that will perforate.
It was meant to keep the unwary at bay.
Okay, looks like it's the not all the little black dots, but the ones with the metal under it.
Too close to this bloodstone. Strength has left my limbs.
Any counter magic measures up your sleeve, Commander?
Yes, I'm draining it. See?
Nice work.
Codicus isn't the only one who, when it comes to magic,
if
can
I could
suck.
persuade you to take care of the others.
Countering the magic of these bloodstones returns whatever magical properties it absorbed. I know a certain big-eared Asura who'd love to be here to study this.
I heard that!
Perfect. Shields.
How do we bring them down?
Like that.
These bloodstones can draw off the magic. We can catch the shields in the flux.
Alright, I was hitting it. Why, it does not appear to have actually, like, done anything. Oh, yeah, it did. Alright. There's not much.
I feel strong.
Oh, it explodes on death. Note to self, Lens, when it's just about to die, maybe get away from it. Alright, let's bust open the shield on the other one. What I can do to make sure that I'm not standing next to it when it blows up is to stand back and pew-pew it.
Nice and lean. Kill them all.
Gotta say, that seems to be doing at least as good a job as I was doing with my much heavier hitting sword. As long as they're keeping it busy, I can sit back here and kick back. Just keep pew-pewing. Maybe pick my nose. I would never do that on stream. No, unless I had to go to the kitchen. Unexpectedly. Aha, look at that. At the very end, it decided it wanted
The unstable bloodstone chunks drain
Kaboom.
whatever energy gets nearby.
If the commander is right about Cauticus absorbing bloodstone magic, that may prove handy.
I was reaching for my beverage, and all of those little mobile bombs decided they wanted to come and play. I don't see any spiky places.
Faster! These bloodstones won't collect themselves.
Sounds like we might have something ahead.
Thanks,
Let me
Whitlock.
take the lead, Ritlock. I was given specific orders on how this was supposed to be executed, and I don't need you to defile it with your inclination to blindly smite.
If that's a blindfold crack.
Care to take the door, Commander? Minister Cauticus, You have obviously... Oh, he's not here. Retlock, smite away.
My pleasure.
All right, the Justiciar, 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 Justice... Worcestershire.
Strong.
The hell am I supposed to get again? I know they're going to keep respawning, so that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Defeat? Yeah. I don't remember exactly what I was supposed to be doing. That's supposed to be giving me the thing I can do that will bust through her shields.
This is my chance.
Is it killing them? No, doesn't appear to be. Oh, okay, she doesn't have her shield up yet. That's so I can actually freaking damage her right now.
Do you actually think we'd let you take him from us?
He's not yours to keep, fanatic.
These fools must be taught their place.
Okay, she's got her shield now.
Magic from bloodstones empowers me. What do you have? Nothing.
That's right, I need to go away from her so that she runs through the shield. Oh, that wasn't sufficient. And of course, all these other things are constantly attacking me.
Not enough energy.
I feel the magic being drained from my... That's a clever little trick.
God damn it.
That feels good. Kill them all. Stand your ground.
This will be my pleasure.
Alright, she's going to transition again, I think. There we are.
I should have done this sooner. How does it feel to be completely ineffective? I feel the magic being drained from my... That's a clever little trick.
Stand your ground.
Good.
Just a little more. More power.
More power to her, big booty. That's an old guy movie reference.
How does it feel to be completely ineffective?
And now we start busting her down.
Stand your ground.
This is my chance.
Got her. So that was the fight that made me rage quit the game for months. Been looking for a new game to play and was suggested to buy this for a friend. Pop on Twitch, check out gameplay. Any suggestions for a new player? The core game, as it was released 12 years ago, is free. That's the first thing to know. That gives you access to all of the core game content, 8 of the 9 classes, and I think 2 character slots. So, I mean, that's how they limit it. They limit you in character slots and the amount of inventory space you can have on a character initially. Right now, $7.50 gets you the first 2 expansions. Normally that's $30. All of the content is currently on sale through the 11th, so now is definitely a good time to try it, because if you like it, you'll be able to buy the stuff at steep discounts. If you've played a game like WoW or Final Fantasy XIV or Latro or SWTOR before, the game plays a little differently. Skills are based on the class you are and the weapon you're wielding. So, for instance, if you check out my hotbar, right there, those are the skills I have. The left hand of the hotbar, left-hand side of the hotbar is skills that are weapon-based. So if I swap to the bow, the attacks change. Back to the greatsword. The 5 skills on the right are healing, 3 utility skills, and an elite skill. And that's how you can choose your spec, is by choosing your weapons, your skills, and trait lines, which look like this. There are a bunch of different traits, and the different lines have some sort of sub-choices in them. And that's sort of the basics. It's a different layout from a standard tab target, although you can tab target or action fighting, sort of a hybrid combat system. But it just plays a little differently, and it does have an adjustment period of a few hours where you might be confused. Coming in from BDO and Albion, then the hotbar system, certainly for BDO, was similar in my memory, in that, you know, it's the basic tab, pusher buttons, but in this case, the way the skills are attached is a little different because they're attached to the weapons instead of just the class. Also, this is the hero. Thank you very much. 5 Koi's 19, I believe. The old eyes don't work so great anymore. You get my spiel. I'll get back to the question in a sec. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and sometimes complete and total unfunction. You're welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. So, this is the basic hero panel with sort of the standard paper doll stuff. Down here, you've got the achievements. There is an entire category of achievements called the Character Adventure Guide, and these things will teach you a lot of the things you need to know about the game, and they give large experience point gains. So as a basic guide to playing, following that as you're working your way through the maps can be very, very helpful indeed. Those are sort of the basics. If you've got any specific questions, I'll be glad to answer. I'm currently working on some of the end game content. The base game runs from level 1 to level 80, and level 80 has been the cap ever since the game came out. It does not have the traditional WoW style of bringing out a new expansion and increasing the level cap and renewing the gear grind. It plays it very differently in that it has a mastery system where it adds additional skills to complementary stuff like the mounts or the glider. But I'd be happy to answer any specific questions.
Why do you think Codicus wanted them to collect bloodstones?
Hopefully to weigh his pockets down while he jumped in a lake.
He can't be far now.
Hey, I hope you have a blast with it. I have almost 5,000 hours in it now. And a sub. A Prime sub. Thank you very, very much. Very generous indeed. I don't have a spiel for that. I could give you the spiel for the follow again if you want. Thank you. Thank you very much. I stream most nights from about now for a couple hours. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in and fire away. I always enjoy talking about the games that I enjoy.
The loose magic here is certainly.
And just so you know, I did play some BDO. I have not played Albion.
So, Commander, you really think
I'm not a big
Codicus
PvPer,
caused
so the
blast to
PvP
reverse
focus in
itself?
Albion
Possibly.
isn't especially attractive to me.
Keith and I
Although I
found
understand
Ground
it's supposed to be very good.
Determined something or someone soaked up the line.
BDO, I loved some of the game systems in
Escape does
BDO.
seem conveniently timed
It had
to be in
some
the right
great
place at the right
game
time.
system design.
Keith,
I played it for a
she doing
while,
here?
just didn't grab me
Investigating the
overall. But
blast.
I have
She asked that I
high
forgive her
praise for
stealing
some of the game
egg
systems.
and everything.
And as more
I don't know if
information,
I'd be able to.
I have
I don't think people can change that much.
6,000 hours plus in WoW, 5,500 hours
Point
plus in
proven.
Latro, and
I'll
almost
never change
5,000
either.
here. So
Ask Casimir.
It would be hard for me to blame Keith for her actions while Mordremoth was alive. But let's save the philosophical arguments until after the minister is dealt with.
Then let's lay the man to rest.
I think you mean return him to safety.
I'll never understand human politics.
none of us do, Ritlock.
I'm repeating myself. You follow my orders. I don't know where these delusions are coming from. There is one white mantle. Do you hear me? One!
Codicus, is that you?
I understand, but, quiet. Now tell me again what this pile of rocks can do. Are there magic words? How powerful is it? Well?
That's him, all right.
It's Codicus.
Reminds me of a boss I had at the cotton candy stands when I was younger.
Everyone ready to crash his party? Time for your foot key, Commander.
I will use the foot key.
Minister Codicus, you've obviously been taken prisoner by these white mantle zealots. I'm here to rescue you and return you to the royal palace.
Let's drop the charade, shall we, you ignorant leaf? I will not be returning to Divinity's Reach until I wear the crown.
So I'm clear. You're admitting you're associated with the White Mantle?
Are you quite touched? I'm their supreme leader, and they will carry me all the way to the throne of Kryta.
Commander, did
That's
you witness that?
quite a statement to make.
Then by the
That's
providence
true. More like the paw
granted
key.
me by Countess Anise,
There's a foot.
I hereby pass sentence on you.
It's more specifically.
Codicus Beetlestone. Today is your last day on Tyria. Allow my blade to bid you farewell.
Get them! Turn this thing on! What do you think of my latest find, Commander? It was a bit of a fixer-upper, but nothing a few bloodstones couldn't mend.
I believe it's safe to assume Codicus didn't absorb the Bloodstone's magic. Otherwise, he'd be down here himself.
Oh. What the hell? I hate it when I can't move. Ow. Hey, that's no fair. Not having a good time with that. All right, how about that? You know, Ritlock, Canuck, you're really not doing a goddamn thing. I hate to bring that up. You know, but I'm fighting this thing, and you're not doing much.
Need more endurance.
Can I actually damage it when it's in its non-revved up state? Yeah, I can.
This thing trample Kryta!
No, it's
Get
not.
in there and save it! No way!
Breathe.
Ow. I'm almost downed. Very nearly.
Need more endurance.
I'm certainly downed. As my button pressing helped nothing. Hey, look, they decided to try and help. Thanks, Ritlock. Considering the fact that so far in this fight you've been useless as tits on a bowling ball. It was one of my father's phrases. Oh my God. Seriously. Nope. I had forgotten about this fight. This one's terrible. In that I mostly don't know even what the hell is happening. Other than I'm getting murdered because my friends can't do anything about all these white mantle running around. Although maybe I'm supposed to be killing them and not worrying about the other thing, but that's kind of hard to know. I guess I'm supposed to be hitting it while it is unshielded. These sort of fights, there are just no good mechanics, no actually fun mechanics, just a whole raft of really annoying ones.
You will not stop me! The Crichton throne was built upon White Mantle blood, and we are its rightful heirs.
Look at the look at the beard. Look at the beard.
Cordicus, and you shall lead no white mantle, for I am their god.
What? It can't be.
I am the last Mersat. Many years ago, you knew me as Lazarus the Dire. I have returned from the brink of existence.
No! You are a false god! The White Mantle is mine! Don't listen to him!
Empty words, formed by the forked tongue of a snake. The human seat of power and its current monarch are inconsequential. We are destined to face more virtuous pursuits. My true believers, you're welcome to seek shelter in my light. To those who doubt, you're welcome to burn.
Canuck, go now!
Don't stand there with your mouth agape! Get me out of here!
No!
And Codicus gets away.
Sorry, Monterey. No offense to Kaz.
Helpful if they're on your side. Annoying if they're not. I understand.
So, things have gotten even more complicated as what appears to be a Mersat, the last of the Mersat, has reappeared. Now, we actually know he wasn't the last of the Mersat because there's a Mersat in Soto, but he's a good Mersat, not a bad Mersat. Lots of Mersat. Actually, just the two that we know about.
He's gone.
We may see more in
sorry,
the
Canard.
expansion we're getting in 2
However, I
months.
can help to catch him.
Or a
Doesn't
month.
look like there's any sign of
Month
Lazarus
and a half?
either.
6 weeks?
The Mersat alive. We should
August
immediately
20th?
warn the Queen.
I think.
But he appeared to be disinterested in Krita.
Surprisingly different from the last time the Mersat were sticking their creepy bird feet where they didn't belong.
Creepy bird feet.
Marjorie, weren't you just saying something about people not being able to change?
A virtuous pursuit could mean a lot of things to a Mersat. but I'll admit, I'm curious.
Yeah, they might think it's noble to make a necklace out of your teeth.
With Codicus not displaying any signs of excess power, I think we have to assume
Yes,
Lazarus
I'm
was the
God.
one
No,
who
no,
used the
no.
glass.
I'm God.
We need to find him. Get an
The
idea of what he's
Mersat
planning to do with
were
all that magic.
the gods, in essence, of
Codicus will want to
the
hunt him
White
down
Mantle
too.
in
He
the
won't
past.
readily surrender control of the White Mantle. One will inevitably lead us to the other.
Then this will be a good way to start the new guild. A crisis. But hopefully not a world-ending crisis.
It's how I prefer my crises.
Commander, can you read me? I have some news.
I'm here, Tybee.
We've got
What do
bigger
you have?
news than you.
Something possibly slightly, marginally cataclysmic. I managed to finally get detailed lay readings from the map and determined, well,
What is it?
Primordius is active.
Primordius. The deep under the ground Elder Dragon.
Finished with that.
I understand your priority will be the dragon. Mine, however, is unfortunately spoken
Well,
for.
why do I still have this over my head? Screen.
Looks like it's time to test the new guild's mettle. Into the fire we go.
A dragon and a Mersat. Can't help but feel like we're surrounded.
No, and Codicus. And his evil beard. His beard's really evil. We got that. Oh, I'm a Kodan. Mmm. 4 blood rubies.
For the unseen, for the White Mantle.
Got a little mithril. Mine that sucker up. This is me in a combat tonic, by the way. I accidentally hit the key, and my novelty default is currently set to turning me into a Kodan. But it is a combat tonic. Unlike most tonics, you can fight in this one. You can't mount, but you can fight. And frankly, his outfit just goes with Twilight, my sword, so well. Where were we? Next. Bloop. Continue the story. Rising Flames. Back to Rata Novus. Do I have to? Probably. Back to Rata Novus. Wait, back to Rata Novus via Rata Sun. Right. Yep. Poof. Codicus has always been very, very full of himself. From when you first meet him in the human storyline. Him and his bad beard. His evil beard, you see. It's possible the man himself is not evil. It's just the beard that he grew is evil and has taken over his entire being. Oh, Timey's game. More pain coming on this one, guys. More pain.
Wonder if the commander brought that disrespectful Sylvari this time.
Do you see him?
Forced to mingle with the rabble.
Final phase complete. Passcode accepted. Gate relay 04687.
Bye.
Timey, please tell me there was some sort of calculations error. Primordius is really active?
An error? You think I made it? Hey, good to see you too.
Sorry. I didn't think we'd be dealing with another dragon so soon.
About that, I have some good news and bad news.
What's the bad news?
Great idea. Good news first. Ha! Feast your eyes and blindfolds on this.
Different tile on the ground? Impressive.
No, this is another one of Rada Novus's secrets I discovered. Stand there and you'll be ported to this crazy simulation room the Novans developed but never finished.
And you finished
the holograms.
Well, no, I couldn't, figure it out.
What's that?
I couldn't figure it out, okay? Just so happens to fall outside my giant, incredibly deep pool of knowledge. Whatever, it works now. I called in Moto, an Asura with some experience in that realm. Got it up and running.
Moto is best known for being the NPC behind Super Adventure Box.
Experimental theories, but the Rada Novans developed it to test themselves against various Primordus minions. Want to check it out?
Sure.
The Asura were in essence chased from their underground lairs by the minions of Primordus, the deep underground dragon. Similar to how the dwarves weren't really chased out, but they were pissed off at him, so they did the racial ritual that turned them all into stone, and these badass mofos then turned around and marched down as a race into the earth to fight Primordus' minions just because he pissed them off. Dwarves metal. Now, mind you, there's one still up above who we've dealt with previously a few times.
Okay, wave 1 incoming, folks!
Ready,
Ogden Stone Healer.
It's fake fighting. How hard can it be?
There's also the head of a stone dwarf on an island we'll run into as we work our way through Living World Season 3. Kill the destroyers. Alright, them exploding when they die is not helpful. Oh, more. How nice.
Kill them all.
But I'll kill them all. And get out of the way of the fire. And explosions. Not sure if the explosions actually do anything or not, but hey, why press my luck? The fire definitely does burn, however. This is not holographic fire, so I'm going to call bullshit on this being holograms. Alright, we're just going to, Why? Why do the bodies continue to leave their words upon the floor when they are the dead?
You've done some amazing work here, Titan. When do you ever sleep?
No time for that, Commander.
Meth.
It was one thing going against Mordremoth. Of course, you want to save the planet, but being Asura and facing Primordus...
Well, I hope you know we're all behind you. I thought we had our hands full with Cauticus and Lazarus, but I think we can squeeze in a quick trip to the Shiver Peaks to take down a dragon.
No, actually we can't.
Well, there's a little more I haven't told you yet.
Of course there is.
According to what I documented, Primordus is awake. You know this. But here's the more part. It's moved! Tunneled its way down to the Fire Islands, south of Maguma.
If we know where it is now, let's just go knock on its door and give it a welcome basket.
Why did it move?
To eat.
I posit Mordremoth's death and the subsequent magic release must have jump-started Primordus. And then, with a lot of energy pooling in the south, what better place to feed?
So it relocated to get more powerful. Great.
It's peckish, come on. Like you never get, hungry in the middle of the night? I know I do. I can't really blame Primordus, he wants to eat.
Kill them all!
really do wish that when they died, they would remove them from the floor. Remove the words from the floor. Because it makes me think that there's a mob there I should be trying to kill. When that's not the case. So I can't tell where there are actually mobs I'm supposed to be fighting and where there are dead mobs on the
Just a
floor.
tiny bit more. Is the bad news part?
Go on.
You ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. Maybe you should sit down. No, stand. Stay standing. Okay, here it is. Jormag is also active.
What? How can you be sure? I thought most of this tech was focused on Primordius.
Bram sent a letter from the Shiver Peaks.
What did it say?
Jormag is active, Bram. He's a Norn of few words.
2 dragons at
Even
once.
fewer thoughts.
Yeah, but there's a silver lining. Neither one has gone all Mordremoth on us. Well, so far. There's such an excess of energy out there. All the old rulebooks are being rewritten. Oh, look! The next wave is ready.
Until this goes wrong.
That seems out of place.
The Destroyer of Bananas.
I'm going to go
That's
out
from
on a limb
Moto.
and say Primordius doesn't have monkey minions. Unless they've somehow changed. A lot.
Ugh, that Moto! I left him alone with the room's code for 2 minutes.
It is the Destroyer of Bananas.
Strong.
That didn't feel like that healed me at freaking all.
Stand your ground.
Alright, I have defeated the Destroyer of Bananas. You're sufficiently afraid of that thing.
Still don't have the high score. That
In the middle of the
belongs to
arena.
him, one of
It
the
is
Fire Island
the
training
Destroyer of
parties.
Bananas.
She's super tough though, so...
Another Asura in here? I thought you were keeping all this secret.
I had to let Cammy
Moto,
have it.
who's responsible
Hey,
for
she's
Super
cool,
Adventure
though.
Box, also did
And
some
geez, someone had
debugging
to
on
watch our backs
this.
while Moto and I got this thing up and running.
So we've got
You already have people
Moto's
in the fire
puckish sense of humor putting in the Destroyer of Bananas.
Let's say, trusted associates there setting up a gate and scouting. But Flaunt really organized the whole operation. Primordus's movement was something I purposely let slip. It's good because it keeps him out of my ears for a little while, and it also makes him feel like a big shot.
Only 16 years old and you're puppet mastering one of your superiors. Admirable. And a little unsettling, Tiny.
I'll soon roll you all! Oh, sorry, was the comm open for that? Big bad coming up?
Kill the boss destroyer. Note, that doesn't mean that it's a destroyer of bosses. It means that it is the boss that is a destroyer. I wanted that to be perfectly clear. And this is where I'm talking about the incredible awfulness of leaving the names of all of the other dead destroyers on the ground because I can't tell what is actually an active mob and what's not. The fire is fine. I understand that the reason that the fire is there is because destroyers leave fire. But all of the captions implying that there are, oh, I don't know, 40 destroyer crabs in here is disturbing and is not consistent with the fact that most of them are actually dead. And it would be nice if the captions were gone.
That was the last wave.
As we never
You
see,
generated a ton of data
I think
from
there's
the
another
center.
wave coming.
This room could
I don't
probably
remember
run any
specifically, but
simulation I can dream up.
because
As
she
soon
always
as I
screws
get
things
Moto
up
in here
at least a
and
little bit.
debug it. Come on out.
No, okay, not.
Outside of a few
That was just made
monkey anomalies,
significantly
the
more
room was
difficult than it
very
had to be
impressive.
because
Next time
it
you'll
didn't
have to program in
remove
some
the
Jormag minions.
names of the dead mobs.
Any idea what's happening with the other Elder Dragons?
Nothing on Krakatoa can ditto for... Oh, what's his name? Brain malfunction, starts with an S.
What about a weakness?
Suwan. Oops, spoiler.
All this machinery has to be good for something.
Why don't you channel some patience from the mists there, Tribune? A whole civilization of brilliant Asura couldn't find it. But yeah, I got this in 5 minutes.
Maybe if you were as open with your research as you were with your mouth, you'd have cracked
It would be
it
nice
by
if
now.
I was ever allowed to give her crap the way Ritlock just did.
Again, what happened to
But
you
we're
in the
never given
mists?
that agency.
Oh, that's right, Zipper Lips.
This is the start of this. Care to a quick recap
We're all
of the
on
story.
the same team here. But have you made any progress?
I was getting a lift on an airship,
few huge
and there was an
leaks.
enormous
First,
explosion
horribly disgusting body
of
part
Bloodstone,
of
and
an
we
even
ran
more
around
horribly
Bloodstone. We were
disgusting
searching
giant
for
bug
Minister
that
Cauticus,
you keep in the
who
despicable
is
blighting pod fluid?
in the
Yes, I remember.
human storyline,
Despite
is the
desperately trying
evil
to forget.
beard with a man attached.
I named it Spencer.
And it's
And
somehow
he vanished, but one of the Mursat seemed to have come back, and now we're trying to track that down.
Anyway, I
And now
discovered
apparently
why
2 of the
Leia
Elder
is
Dragons are
different
kind of
when
woken
run
up,
through
because
it.
when we
And it's
killed
paradigm
Mordremoth,
shifting.
Mordremoth gave
The
out a
chalk
big
feed
burst
off
of
Leia
magic,
energy, right?
and
And
those
we know that
2
each
Elder
dragon has
Dragons
a
are now going
domain
om
when it
nom
comes
nom
to their
nom.
magic. Zaitan's was death, obviously. Well, you know what's guaranteed to give a chalk a bad stomachache? Death magic. Spencer filters death out of ley energy.
So magic is almost like light, broken up into a spectrum?
That's a perfect way to think about it. Magic as we know it is like white light, composed of all the different types of dragon magic. I'm gonna go down in Asuran history logs for this discovery.
As much as I love discussing minutia, how does this help us?
I don't know yet, but I will. I'll never sleep again. Now, I'm sure you're anxious to try out your moves against the real thing in the Fire Islands, so let's head back to the main lab.
I'm going to head back to the main lab. I like the visual on these gateways. They're way cooler than the regular waypoints. Veteran Vicon, Veteran Admiral Team Lead. They're here
Ritlock
for
Brimstone.
Ritlock.
That's tribune to you, soldier.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, it's not. You've ignored numerous requests from the Black Citadel to account for your time in the mists and explain this new magic. Thus, you've been stripped of your rank and are hereby charged with dereliction of duty.
You're to come with us, Ritlock, sir. And if I don't...
We've been authorized to use force.
But we won't, because we know you'd kick our ass, so please.
I'm sure you would.
Just come along, please.
Getting this assignment, you two must either be the best warriors in the Iron Legion, or the ones with the worst luck. So...
Top of my class.
But it's starting to feel like both. Ritlock?
It's okay, Commander. I'll straighten this out. It appears I underestimated the Citadel's response. Hope you enjoy the medal I'm earning you today, soldier. You get to return with Ritlock Brimstone in
Veteran
tow.
Vicon going, yes.
Without a fight?
Depends on my travel accommodations.
You can have my seat.
Come on, Vicon. You gonna groom him too?
Sorry I'll miss out on all the fun, Commander. I'll catch up with you as soon as I'm able.
Well, looks like I'm headed to the Fire Island solo.
Sorry, I'd join you, but I just haven't had many moments to work on Scruffy 2.0. Plus, I need to start experimenting on the thing I told you about and the thing about the new thing, findings.
I understand.
I think that's more I understand.
Someone help!
Wendell, what happened?
The Fire Islands. Our party. Lost. We shouldn't have strayed from the main outposts. Cammy held them off as long as she could, but...
No! Did she make it?
No. They changed, Timey. The destroyer's there.
Changed? How?
Like Risen and Mordrum. Unstoppable.
Risen and Mordrum? What do you mean?
They're not like they were. different attacks.
It used to be just destroyers. Now there are destroyers that have undead and plant-based
Take him away and
powers.
get him some care.
What do you think
That's
that
not
all
great.
meant?
Not sure. He could have... Of course. It's like you said about the monkey. They changed. That's why Mordremoth was able to... The Mordrum, Commander?
What about them?
The ones who came from the blighting pods. Mordremoth had its minions, the Sylvari, right? But it was able to create more, new ones from the dead. That power came from Zaitan. Killing Zaitan caused the other dragons to absorb the death spectrum, but we only saw it in Mordremoth because it was active. Then we killed Mordremoth, and now Primordus has absorbed some of the death and plantiness. I think.
Can we test that theory? I'll go and get you a sample from these new destroyers.
That'd be amazing, Commander. Be careful and let me know what you find.
Aetherblade cache is anything to care about? I don't recall. I do a quick wiki, because if I had picked one up, that's exactly what I would do. Literally. For those who are not aware of it, the Guild Wars 2 wiki is an extraordinarily helpful adjunct to the game.
Finished with that.
It has most of the answers for most of the questions. Not everything, but most. 2,500 karma.
That looks valuable.
Does it really? I'm dubious.
Affirmative.
We've got Bell. We've got a vendor. Should be able to sell the crap to him. Karmic Retribution takes effect immediately upon receipt. Permanently gain bonus karma while killing foes in Ember Bay. Stacks up to 3 times. Is that character-based? Or count-based? Karma. The Portal Scrolls and the Portal Tome contains basic crafting materials with a chance to get ascended materials. No, thank you. Magic Warped Bundle, rare crafting materials. A mini holographic timey. No, thank you. No, thank you. And no, thank you. Petrified Wood Node. 50 gold. I don't think so. Pardon another yawn. Ascended accessory. And ascended back item. Didn't know about that one. Does this have a visual? Oh, that's quite nice. I mean, that wouldn't be appropriate for all of my characters. But it's a pretty nice one, I gotta say. Let's sell the junk. And the junks. Bell. Something's wrong at Fire Island. Let's see. So, we're in Rising Flames. Seasons of the Dragons. Alright, so we're in Ember Bay. I think, yeah. And I have done all of these, okay. Yeah, Ember Bay.
Commander, welcome to the Fire Island.
Welcome? You mean to the island where everyone just got murdered?
I'm surprised anything can survive here. Can you give me a status report?
We're still assessing, but our preliminary findings are troubling. Primordus' arrival is having a profound impact on the island. The destroyers are surging in record numbers, and there's been a marked increase in the local seismic and volcanic activity. I've been trying to get word to Tiny, but the atmospheric interference is wreaking havoc on our long-range comms. I doubt you'll get much use out of that communicator she gave you while you're here.
About the destroyers. We received word that they've been exhibiting new abilities. Changed somehow. I'm here to gather samples to confirm the report. Where should I begin my search?
Not long ago, we sent a scout east to locate a nest. I'd begin your search there.
I have to find researcher Twilly. Twilly or Twonty? Never mind. Let's pretend I didn't say anything. Okay? Good. actually. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Okay. The skulls carved into the mountain. I just don't see that as being a naturally occurring phenomenon, so who carved the skulls? Now, he's a ways to the east. We've got a journal. I'm going to grab the journal. Achievement point. And we're going to... I didn't get that one. Oh, I did get it. Whoop. No, that's not going to work. There's not much in the way of magic in those, but I would want to get it, you know? Alright, we are looking for Twilly. There they are. At the heart. Presumably I'll have to be finishing the heart. Twilly.
What do you want? I'm quite busy watching my work get repeatedly dismantled by monsters, so if you don't mind...
Easy there. Timey sent me. I'm here to help you retrieve those destroyer samples.
At last, support! I located a sizable destroyer nest, but the beasts ambushed me.
Pardon the yawn. Old man
Help
tired.
me deal with the destroyers and fix the equipment.
I have a
and
real
I'll
excuse
get
for
any
yawning
samples
this
you
time.
retrieve back to Tiny.
Crappy night's sleep.
Consider it done.
And only a short nap.
Let's move quickly.
Didn't do much to make
The
up
sooner
for
we're
it.
done, the sooner we can all retreat to a
Early to
less
bed tonight.
life-threatening environment.
Defeat destroyers until you find a usable sample. Restart a recording device. Somebody sounded like they were in pain. Okay. A rotting destroyer. Well, sure, why not? Hey, he has plantiness about him, that's for sure. He does have a little bit of plantiness. Gotta say, way easier with a mount. Let's res the portable observatron.
Restarting. Restarting. Please stand by.
I'm gonna, I think, go ahead and finish off the heart. Shouldn't take but a couple of minutes.
Restarting. Restarting. Please stand by.
Grab a little unbound magic by just flying around. It's a currency, albeit not an especially valuable one. Another observatron. Vine touch destroyer, so that's creepy. Those things are, they're creepy. Like it. New event nearby, I'm not seeing it. Whoop. I can feel a sneeze coming. It may not arrive, but it is lurking. Wandering around. It made its appearance. Fortunately, I quickly muted, so you didn't have to hear me sneezing my brains out. Because I care. That's a champion coalescence I'm not going anywhere near. Thank you. If I was the only one here, wasn't the only one here, I might consider it, but I am the only one here. There was one other player running around, but I am not competent. Not confident that I'm competent enough to be soloing champions at any sort of regular occurrence. Am I gonna have to kill? I think I'm gonna have to kill him. Fine. Sometimes you just gotta kill the bad things, you know? And then res the portable observatron. Ought to put us close. This one's really slow to res. The others were much faster. There we go. A couple more things gotta die. You know, they gotta.
Kill them all!
Part complete. I got a destroyer sample. And I completed a renown heart. Daily complete. Zug zug. 10 more achievement points. Let's see. Vine Touch Destroyer Crab. Doesn't look particularly Vine Touch. Doesn't have the tendrils flailing around madly like the ones out there do. So no, not interested. Aqueous Amulet. Wow, rare items. Really rare items. That's not very interesting. Pulsating Destroyer Heart. I don't think I have enough. Oh, it's Karma. I do have enough. Obtained by oh, it's using part of the Destroyer Weapons collection.
Until we meet again.
Okay, Twilly.
Well done, and thank you. I'll take those samples now. Rest assured, I'll get them to Tiny at once. Oh my, that's not normal.
Not normal? How not normal?
Ember Base always presented powerful volcanic and seismic activity, but the intensity of these events is unprecedented.
Thanks to Primordius, I guess. The ground felt like it was about to come apart right under us. Are the islands in danger?
Given the dragon's presence, it's certainly a possibility. Unfortunately, I lack the proper equipment to know for sure. One of my colleagues was tasked with monitoring the seismic activity just east of here. He may know more.
I'll check it out.
I'll check it out.
That looks valuable.
Quiet down there. Sometimes the tummy just wants to talk to me. All right. Did she say east of here? Because that looks more north than east. Also, didn't know you could level with the hammer for engineer. Thought that was blocked behind some level 80 quest or achievement. Yeah, it is fun. So, hammer is for the scrapper. Normally, you would have to have unlocked scrapper to have access to it. They did add in the ability now, maybe you don't have to unlock them to get access to them for leveling. Because it used to be, if you'd unlocked it and had gotten the Secrets of the Obscure Weapon Master achievement, right, yeah, the Weapon Master achievement, that would allow you to do so. But then they changed it so that you couldn't use them unless you were level 80, but then they changed it back so you could. when they changed it back, they may have removed the Weapon Master requirement completely. I would have been surprised by that, but it's certainly not impossible. Intentionally or not, they may have made it so that now, whether you have a Weapon Master or not, you can use it for leveling. Level 42, smashing folks with a hammer, and you're not a Weapon Master. Maybe you just have a real natural penchant for smashing things with a hammer. The spinny attack is very good if memory serves. One thing you can do to double check it is to see if you can equip a mace and see if you can equip a sword. Because the sword was Holosmith, and the mace, I think, was Mechanist.
Not good, not good. Perhaps if I... No. What if, Oh, this miserable device. Please tell me how to activate it.
No! Smelly Asura will ruin everything! Leave it to Skrit, champions of Rockface!
What's going on here?
Thirdish mate.
According to these Skrit, this device has something to do with the building seismic pressure beneath the island. If we can't figure out how to activate it, the pressure builds and builds until, well, as the Skrit say, pop.
Pop, pop, wee!
Or it may all be nonsense. I can't tell what these creatures are blabbering about half the time anyway.
Well, I am. My last name is Skritbane, Thirdish mate. What do you
But
think?
they won't let me get close enough to ask how to work this blasted machine.
Let me
Rockface.
I'll get to the bottom.
That's the dwarvish head I was speaking
I
of
hope
earlier.
you do, Commander. We're running perilously short on time.
Speak to the firstish mate Friar, or Freer. Skrit, man. Skrit, you know? What can we say about Skrit? Other than, yeah, they're Skrit.
Hurry, you! What do you want with the Rockface? Speak, speak!
Let me pass. I need to speak with the Rockface.
No! Nobody sees Rockface without Skrit say-so. Friends of Skrit only.
Well, my last name is Skritbane. Do you know what Bane means? Just another word for friend.
How can I earn your trust?
Really?
Help the Skrit.
Skrit friend.
Yes.
Would I lie?
From fire. Arm Skrit against the destroyers. Become a friend of the Skrit.
I'll see what I can do.
The heart, presumably. Finish the heart. Oh, no. Specific things. Arm a Skrit. Rescue a stranded Skrit. Wake a passed out Skrit.
They're stranded on the lava rocks.
All right, I'll protect them, get them, whatever it is I'm supposed to do for them. Oh, we have a weapon cache. Scallywag. He grabbed a weapon. All right, that's 1 out of 3. Rescue. Oh. Evidently, I have to run them back. I'm carrying a Skrit. This is so humiliating.
Stay back. You stay back.
Huh. I wonder, can I mount while I'm carrying a Skrit? Let's find out. I can mount while I'm carrying a Skrit.
They're stranded on the lava
Skrit should carry you way worse. That's true. That would be really demeaning. Certainly much faster when you've got a mount. And someone in there just said, I miss my legs. I need to arm a couple more. Whoop, whoop, we've got a passed out script. Can I just kick them, or do I have to...
Who the heck? Get away from me!
Grouchy Scrit, well, that's my spirit animal right there. A Grouchy Scrit would be my spirit animal. That's just the way it would be.
Don't ever wake me when I'm sleeping!
Kill, kill, kill. Well, that's possibly one of the things about them, you know. Sure, I'll donate. I'll donate silver. I need more boxes. I need to find more boxes that have weapons. Don't need any more passed out script. I mean, unless I want to finish off the heart. Weapon cache. There's one. I see a third.
Victory or death.
There's two. Three. Return to firstish mate Friar. However he pronounces it. That's not a normal script name, though.
I've done what you asked. Am I allowed to pass?
Good, yes, good. Scrit are safer, stronger. Come in, come in! We got company.
Talk to the dwarf. But it's not actually a dwarf. It is a chunk of a dwarf. It's its head and looks like a sort of the collar, maybe a shoulder blade.
Well, are you just gonna stare at me slack-jawed, or is there something I can do for you?
The slack-jawed thing.
Dwarf. Or what's left of one, anyway.
And you've got eyes in your head. Bully for the both of us. And the name's Roban, not that you asked.
Didn't expect to encounter your kind out here. I thought the dwarves were wiped out.
They weren't wiped out. They went down
Primordis.
into the ground. They're still fighting.
If you really want a history lesson, I can give it to you after I've dealt with the crisis at hand. I've got islands to save and not much body to save it with.
Crisis? Is this about the earthquakes? What's happening to the island?
There's a torrent of magical energy building up beneath these islands. Energy that feeds directly into the volcano. My brothers and I have been tending to it for years. Using
Brothers?
4 contraptions to release the pressure and delay an eruption. Then Primordis and the blasted destroyers turned up. Wrecked the machines.
There were
killed
other
the other
dwarves?
dwarves.
I didn't know there were other
Almost did
dwarves.
me in 2, but I'm still standing.
In a manner of
In
speaking.
a manner of speaking.
Yeah.
And if those machines aren't reactivated soon...
Kaboom! Earth-shattering
And the islands
kaboom!
will blow. And the destroyers... Well, I'd prefer not to think about that.
I saw one of the contraptions just outside. How can I activate it? If what you say is true, we need to move fast.
The machines were built with us dwarves in mind. It won't respond to anyone else. Unless... Ah, I've got it. Take my thumb.
Your... thumb?
Yes, on the ground there. Use it to activate the machines. That's one upside to getting blown to bits. I'm partially portable. You may want to move quickly. It's been a while since the machines were run. The islands don't have much time.
And the thumb. I don't see the thumb anywhere. Did I get the thumb? No.
Fire! Fire everywhere!
This is the only proper course.
Where's the thumb? It's on the other side. Got it. I now have a stone dwarf thumb. And you don't. You know, unless you've played out this content before, in which case you might have it. And I think I'm going to leave it right here for the evening. I expect I should be back tomorrow at the usual time on the proverbial 4th of July. It's America's Independence Day. Ooh, we got a weekly done. Salvage 50. That's 5 out of 6. I need one more. Shattered Ice Ruins Jumping Puzzle. Give me a second. Give me a second. What was it again? Shattered Ice Ruins? Shattered Ice Ruins. Jumping puzzle in Frostgorge Sound. Walkthrough. Oh dear. Shortcuts. With a sky scale, you may easily fly over the cliff surrounding the puzzle to reach the chest. Okay, I'm going to do that. That's how I'm going to end my evening. I'm going to do a jumping puzzle by cheating it. Let's go with Bongo Smallberries. Named after a Hobbit burglar character of mine in Lord of the Rings Online. My Hobbit burglar character has two cousins. He has Glabo Smackbotty, and the other is Zonko, was previously Bonko until we had the servers collapse down. Shortwood, and so they are both part of the Smallberries, the Shortwood Smallberries family. Shortwood Smallberries. I need to know it's the ice flow waypoint. Bloop, bloop. Cut, paste, and ice flow waypoint. Show me. And what do I have to do? Skyscale, easily fly over the cliff to reach the chest. Fly over the cliff to the southeast of you. Southeast. Memory serves, coming at it from the other side is a better bet. Yeah. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to go up as high as we can. And glide over. To finish off the weeklies. Woohoo! That's a bunch of quick astral acclaim. Touchdown, the crowd goes wild.
Rare and valuable.
Touchdown, the crowd goes wild. There it is. Weekly. Complete the Shattered Ice Ruins jumping puzzle. If you cheat, still counts. That's worth 50 points. That's worth 450 points. 10 laurels. Other various and sundry delicious things. There's the bag of laurels. That's about a third of an ascended weapon. Or bags of stuff if you have all your ascended gear. Let's go ahead and bop me back to Mistlock. So, I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, early morning in Asia and Australia. With more of this nonsense. Tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. my time, so 40 minutes from now. Okay, 24 hours and 40 minutes from now. The new season for Torchlight Infinite starts, and I'll be playing that. So it's possible, if I'm having fun playing that I will be doing that instead of Guild Wars 2 tomorrow on the 4th of July. Also, upcoming on the 9th of July, we've got 2 games. We have the new season for season or league, or I can't remember what they call it, cycle in Last Epoch. And I'll be playing that in the morning, and then probably for the evening session, I'll probably be playing Once Human, a new free-to-play shooter that's coming out that I have liked the look of. So those are the immediate plans. More Guild Wars 2, maybe some Torchlight Infinite, then Last Epoch, and
operating.
Once human. But back tomorrow at the usual time. I want to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully you will see me soon. So, have a great Wednesday night. If you're an American, here or abroad, enjoy your Independence Day. If you're not, enjoy your 4th of July. Because it's the 4th of July everywhere. I'm back tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and